Today, I want to talk about the upcoming lunar eclipse in Pisces Tuesday evening. The exact time of the eclipse is 7:34 p.m. Pacific time, and this eclipse is in Pisces. It's a full moon, which is what a lunar eclipse is, and it brings in the energy of Neptune as this exact full moon lunar eclipse forms in late Pisces. So we're talking about compassion. We're talking about all the themes of interconnectedness, transcendence that Pisces and Neptune bring. I'm going to dive in today and give you a little bit of a heads up about what it could look like, feel like, and especially how you can take care of yourself with this eclipse energy. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe, Astro Perspective for Sunday, September 15th. And we're looking at the lunar eclipse that will be happening on Tuesday, September 17th. So it's coming up in just a couple of days. And like I said, this energy brings in this transcendent, interconnected Pisces energy. It's very spiritual, it's very mystical. It is dealing with some of the more uh, in tune ways that we might have with the bigger picture of the universe. And with Neptune in late Pisces already, we are having a time of completion, of culmination, of bringing some sense of completion and conclusion to the time of Neptune being in Pisces. The energy of Neptune in Pisces is very nebulous. It deals with the dissolving of boundaries and structures. And so, what you have seen as Neptune has been moving through Pisces since 2011, we've seen this rise in sort of confusion about the truth, to put it mildly, right? Issues of who's telling the story and how the story is being told becoming reality through conspiracy theories, misinformation, outright lies. It's really about how we are deciding what is real and losing that sense of a structure, right? A way of orienting ourselves in terms of facts or grounded ways of understanding things that we can all agree have a kind of objectivity. And so that objectivity dissolves into, well, it's everything. So it's whatever you think, it's whatever I think. And so whoever's telling the story might tell it in a way that feels good. And just the same way that Pisces and Neptune energy can bring us into that space of wanting to do things that feel good, getting the addictions, the ways that we even if it's not a substance, right? It could be an addiction to a behavior, an addiction to a type of relationship that might not be best for us. So looking at the way that we are looking for that quick fix, that thing that feels good, and how this temptation to believe the story of what feels good can be part of that addiction. And so falling into the themes of conspiracy theories and so on is part of our reality. So as we come to the end of this time of Neptune in Pisces, which is a much bigger cycle, we have this lunar eclipse, which is a powerful alignment of the sun, the moon, and the earth. So we have a full moon, all three planets or bodies in the same plane, which causes the Earth to cast a shadow across the moon, and that's a lunar eclipse. So the alignment of these bodies creates an opening in energy. And that means that eclipses can be a time of shift, a time of opening, a time of revelation, new information coming in, or something changing. So we have this eclipse energy sort of adding on to this Neptune in late Pisces energy. And so Neptune's at 28 degrees Pisces. The moon is at 25 during the exact full moon. And we have Saturn in Pisces as well at 15 degrees Pisces. So those three potent planets in the sign of Pisces that has to do with, you want to think about the great ocean of being. So the vastness of something like the ocean or the universe, or so anything that feels vast, it has that Pisces quality because it is speaking to what lies beyond, what transcends our everyday, our ordinary experiences. And that's why Neptune and Pisces deal with themes of spirituality, connecting to spirit and higher wisdom, guidance, listening to our hearts. So Pisces and Neptune is in Pisces, so they kind of add up there, is bringing in these themes of where we might transcend the ordinary explanations to step into a bigger picture. And so coming back to that theme of what we could call addiction, but it's really a tendency to want the thing that feels good, the quick fix, the easy answer. And so whether that's reaching for a bag of potato chips or whether it is wanting to ignore facts or truth because it makes us feel good or it gives us a different answer that's easier to deal with. Those are the kinds of themes that we are completing. And so we have this potential for the shift in energy with the lunar eclipse, bringing in what might feel like a revelation, right? So we are opening to this bigger picture of guidance, of possibility, of transcending the problem and how it's been understood in the past. So heart opening energy is the positive side of this alignment and the possibility to experience new things that support us. So new energies, new ways of seeing our emotions, new ways of getting those needs met that might be more sustainable and less of a quick fix. So seeing the deeper truth and what is guiding us forward. And so this late Pisces energy is also the energy of completion, of having something culminate or come to a point where we need to come to terms with something that maybe we haven't wanted to look at or confront. And it also has, because it has this quality of dissolving boundaries, we can be open in ways that might not be healthy if we're not paying attention. So when you open, so say you take away all the signposts and the guardrails, like when you're in a deep fog, it takes away all the ways that you normally orient yourself. So it can be disorienting, it can be confusing, you can be vulnerable to illusions, deception, manipulation. And so seeing more clearly where those manipulations of energy might have taken place, bringing that to a culmination, seeing a bigger picture of possibility, but also keep in mind that this energy of opening, if we are not taking care of our energetic boundaries, means that we can feel everything. So it's everything everywhere all at once. It's the title of a movie, but is the way that quality plays out is that we are everything everywhere all at once. And so we can pick up on the suffering in the world. We can pick up on the emotions, the problems, the challenges, and feel overwhelmed by it. So it's really important for the way that we think about self-care for this lunar eclipse to have clarity that helps you have good boundaries, healthy boundaries, right? You want to have healthy boundaries that allow you to discern, this is useful and helpful and supportive to me, and this is not. And so that ability to see through things a little bit more with maybe some x-ray vision, to see more clearly where you have given up your power, where you have been confused or overwhelmed or deceived in a way that didn't allow you to respond in as your best self, right, from your place of strength and greatest ability. So recognizing those places where we haven't been on our game, so to speak, and reclaiming who we really are so that we can stand in that truth, have boundaries that support that healthy sense of self, and make decisions from that place. So this is a very opening lunar eclipse full moon. It's very it's like having all your energetic pores wide open, and think about how that makes you susceptible when we're talking about your skin, right? Your skin is a boundary. When all the pores in your skin are open, things can come in. And so the reason we have pores is to help protect our skin and our bodies from invaders. So think about the invasive ideas and thoughts and feelings and manipulations that exist in the world, things that want you to feel afraid, things that want you to worry and to be stressed so you get paralyzed to not be able to act, right? So keep use your energetic pores to close, to keep those things out, right? Recognize what is not useful. It's not useful to expose yourself to things that throw you into confusion, things that throw you into overwhelm or feeling paralyzed and so you can't act, right? Inaction. And so do what you need to do to get clear about who you are, intentionally set those boundaries, and that will create for you a fertile, healthy, whole environment where you are ready for revelations that help you be stronger, that help you be more of who you are, and listening to the guidance that really is helpful to you, that helps you grow, that helps you participate in the world, that helps you be in action, not in inaction, but be in action that makes a difference, a positive difference that helps to build resilience for yourself, that helps to build positive relationships around you, and good things, doing good for your community. This is the kind of compassionate way of showing up that this Pisces energy, it can manifest in the highest possible way. So the experience of interconnectedness, of the ability to have compassion and to recognize where there is need and to do what you can do. I talk a lot here about baby steps. So instead of feeling overwhelmed, ask yourself, what is one small but positive thing I can do? And that is the key, because when we think too big, sometimes we don't see how to get there. We get overwhelmed and then we don't do anything. And you can see that's worse than taking one small baby step that might not feel like it's making a big huge difference, but is actually in fact moving in a direction that you want to go. So in the long term, those baby steps add up and you can make a difference. And when you, in fact, probably if you look back on your life now and look back where you were a year, 2 years, 10 years, looking back, you can see how the little things you have done to support yourself, your own growth, becoming healthier and stronger in your emotions, your ability to regulate your nervous system, whatever it is you do to take care of yourself, whatever it is you do to have healthier relationships and to be a better person, whatever you are doing has probably added up over time. And if you look back 5 years ago, are you better off now than you were then? Regardless of what may have happened between then and now, right? It's like, it's not, sometimes life throws us a curveball and we have to deal with that. But are you overall learning more about yourself and where your strengths lie? And if you are finding that that is true, then your baby steps are working. You're moving in the right direction. So think about this as a time to access some it's kind of like turning on the light bulb, right? Some enlightenment, a revelation, a heart opening experience. Some call it an epiphany. Having something that makes you go, oh, aha, okay. I hadn't thought about it that way before, but that makes sense. And so by creating this atmosphere for yourself, this environment and support for yourself that allows you to have those healthy boundaries, close your pores off to what is not helping you be strong and resilient, then you are available for the nourishment that your soul needs that might arrive in terms of an aha moment for you. And so the aha moments come from, I don't know where they come from, right? That's the mystery. But when you're having more of a ability to have positive self-talk, to choose things that are nourishing for you, to choose healthy food, good rest, right? A lifestyle that, and again, it's about baby steps. It is absolutely not about being perfect. There really is no such thing as being perfect. It's really about how you are in this moment and what you need right now, right? What can you do right now to create a stronger, healthier, more vibrant version of yourself? And that's enough. That is absolutely enough. And so when you do that, when you have those intentions, when you recognize, ooh, I let that energy in and that wasn't good for me, I'm gonna maybe be more aware of that next time. That's enough. You can start to notice your energetic pores and where you need to have more clarity about who you are, what is allowed past your boundaries, and what is healthy for you. And the more you do that, the more you're open to the universe saying, oh yeah, you want to be more healthy? Great. Here's another way that could happen. And it will plant these little seeds of ideas that will show up in your heart and your mind and in shifts that appear in your life in positive directions. So that there's so much going on with this full moon and eclipse. There's not only the so the moon and Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. Saturn is a good planet for boundaries. It is about structures and how we orient. It's in Pisces, so it's going to be a little more flowing than usual, shall we say. It's good to go with the flow, but also be clear about who you are and not let yourself be walked all over, because there is that potential if we're not paying attention. We also have a grand trine in Earth signs during this full moon eclipse with Pluto, Uranus, and the Sun. So Pluto at the final degree of Capricorn, Uranus 27 degrees Taurus, and the Sun at 25 degrees Virgo. So these Earth signs are in a grand trine supportive, saying this is a good time to understand more deeply who you are and what structures help strengthen who you are. And so creating those healthy boundaries, creating habits and routines that support you in your vibrant self, your creativity and creative self, your ability to show up and make a positive difference. That is what life is all about, right? It's not about being in fear. It's really about recognizing what you do and don't want to allow into your space, and what you can do about the things that are going on that are not okay with you, right? Going out and making a difference, whether that's sharing your thoughts about something, or writing an opinion about something, or even just communicating with a friend, or just how you show up in your daily life and what matters to you, right? Living according to what matters to you. So these energies very potent. We also have the Jupiter-Saturn square, and also forming a T-square with the Sun. And so some challenging energies as well as supportive energies. What that means is we might feel challenged, but we also have the ability to move through that challenge, especially when we are connecting with our deeper truth, our wisdom, right? Our soul's wisdom, what our soul knows about who we are and what we need to thrive. So show up for yourself. Do what is supportive to yourself. Give yourself time to have the space you need around things. Time to move in your own natural rhythm. Time to take a breath when you need one. And when you approach your life that way, you will find that you are able to move in your own flow much more easily. So thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms. I have uh, a special offer eclipse reading that will help you. It's called Boosting Freedom and Democracy, but of course it is all about how, from what the planets are doing right now, including this eclipse and the following solar eclipse in Libra that we will be having, these eclipse energies are showing up in your own chart. So I will take a look at how that is showing up for you. And in particular, this recorded reading focuses on how you can best make a difference, how you can best support yourself, and how you can contribute to being a force for good in the world, making a positive difference, being a force for love and healing around you, and how that is reflected in your chart through your own path of your soul and your own personal learning and growth. So fortunately, those things all align. They all work together. What's good for you helps you be good for the world. It's a beautiful system. So it's a recorded reading. You give me your birth information. I record the reading and email it to you. $97. This is a great offer to check out if you've thought about working with me. This is a perfect place to start. So check it out. The link to this offer is in the description for this video, as well as on my website, astrologyheals.com. And some of you have been wanting to work with me one-on-one. That's another option. It's, even better when you can be in person and ask questions. So just depends on what speaks to you. But the recorded reading is $97. Check out my website, astrologyheals.com, for all the options about how to work with me. And thank you so much for being here, for watching these videos, for subscribing, and sharing them with people you think might also benefit from them. I so appreciate you, and I'm here every day, so check back for more astrology for unshakable self-care, and I will see you next time.